You used to know who you were. You had a sense of yourself, not perfect, not always certain, but you knew what you stood for. You knew how to walk into a room. Then something happened. Maybe it was a breakup, a job that fell apart, a season that went on too long and left you feeling like a stranger in your own life. And somewhere in all of that, you lost the thread. And here's what nobody tells you. Most people you see every day are doing the same thing. Walking around performing confidence. Saying the right things, showing up to meetings, to dates, to dinner, while quietly wondering if they're doing any of it right. This video isn't about faking it until you make it. It's about building something real. Something that doesn't disappear the next time life gets hard. Confidence isn't thinking you're better than others. It's knowing you'll be okay no matter what happens. And that starts with learning to trust yourself again after the world has shaken you. Before we build anything, we need to name what broke it. Because if you don't understand why you're stuck, you'll keep trying to fix the wrong thing. There are 3 confidence killers that most people never identify. The first is the comparison trap. Social media didn't just change how we communicate, it rewired how we measure ourselves. Every time you scroll, your brain is doing something it was never designed for, measuring your insides against everyone else's outsides. Research shows that 68% of adults experience the fear of missing out every single week. And it's not because they're weak. It's because the system is literally designed to make you feel like you're falling behind. The second is performance collapse. A lot of us built our identity around what we could achieve, the job title, the relationship, the version of ourselves that was doing well. And when that performance ended, when you got laid off, when the relationship broke, when burnout hit, there was nothing underneath it. The costume came off, and you didn't know who was wearing it. And the third is the trust breach. Something happened, maybe you made a decision that hurt you, maybe life just took a turn you didn't see coming, and your nervous system took note. It learned. You can't be trusted to keep yourself safe. And now, even small decisions feel harder than they should. None of this is a character flaw. It's what happens when a system is designed to extract your self-worth and when life doesn't go the way you planned. Here's what I want to ask you. When you picture a confident person, what do you see? Most of us picture someone loud. Someone who takes up space, talks first, never seems to doubt themselves. Someone who's always on. That's not confidence, that's performance. And the difference matters more than almost anything else in this video. Performance confidence is fragile. It depends on things going right, on people approving, on outcomes delivering. The moment something fails, the whole structure wobbles. Presence confidence is different. It doesn't need things to go perfectly. It doesn't need everyone to agree. It's rooted in something that can't be taken away by a bad review or a bad week, your own self-trust. The most confident people in the room aren't the loudest. They're the ones who know exactly when to speak and when to say nothing. Real confidence is quiet. It's the person who doesn't need to prove anything, because they already know they'll be okay. And here's the thing that changes everything. That kind of confidence isn't a personality trait. It's a skill. It's built. And there are 3 specific ways to build it. Pillar 1. Trust your track record. The first pillar is this. You have already survived hard things. I know that sounds simple. But I want you to actually stop and think about it. Think about the moments you were certain you wouldn't make it through. The heartbreak you thought would bury you. The failure that felt unsurvivable. The version of yourself that didn't know how you'd get to the other side. You got here. There's a psychologist named Albert Bandura who spent his career studying confidence. And what he found was this. The most powerful way to build belief in yourself is through master your experiences. Not reading about confidence, not visualizing it, but doing hard things and living through them. Your track record isn't what you've achieved, it's what you've survived. And every single thing on that list is evidence that you can survive the next hard thing too. Try this, write down 5 things you've been through that you didn't think you'd get through. Just 5. That list is your foundation. Read it on the days when you forget. Pillar 2. Reclaim your values. The second pillar is about where you're pointing. People with stable, grounded confidence aren't anchored to what other people think. They're anchored to what they believe. There's a whole body of psychology on internal versus external validation, and the core finding is simple. When your self-worth comes from inside, from your values, from what you care about, it doesn't rise and fall with every comment, every setback, every uncomfortable silence. But when your self-worth comes from outside, from likes, from approval, from other people's reactions, you're handing the keys to your confidence to everyone except yourself. So here's the question I want you to sit with. What would you do here if no one was watching and if you couldn't fail? That answer is your compass. Not a plan, not a 5-year vision, just, what do I actually care about? What matters to me when the noise goes quiet? When you know that, really know it, decisions get easier. The noise gets quieter. You stop waiting for permission. Here is a small practice for this pillar. Get a piece of paper and write down 3 things you genuinely care about. Not what you are supposed to care about, not what would sound good to say out loud, but what you actually care about when no one is measuring. Your values do not need to be grand or impressive, they just need to be yours. Keep that paper somewhere visible. When the noise gets loud and you lose your footing, look at the list. It will bring you back to yourself faster than anything else. Pillar 3. Practice small reclamations. The 3rd pillar is the one that makes the other 2 real. A researcher named Kristen Neff has spent decades studying self-compassion, and one of her core findings is something that surprises people every time: self-criticism doesn't motivate you. It tanks you. The voice that tells you you're not trying hard enough, not good enough, not recovering fast enough, that voice doesn't build confidence. It erodes it. And the antidote isn't telling yourself you're perfect. It's treating yourself the way you'd treat someone you love on a hard day. But here's where it gets practical. Your nervous system learns trust the same way you learn anything, through repetition. Every time you make a small promise to yourself and keep it, your body gets a message. I can trust me. You said you'd go for that walk, and you went. You said you'd say the hard thing, and you said it. You said you'd rest when you were tired, and you did. These aren't small things. These are the repetitions that rebuild self-trust. So pick one thing, just one, that is just for you, just because you said you would. That's the muscle. That's how it starts. Every journey changes the traveler. You don't have to arrive somewhere new to become someone different. The road does that. The hard parts do that. The getting back up does that. And I want to tell you something about how this actually goes. Because most people expect it to feel linear. They expect to do the work and then feel different. Permanently different. It doesn't work like that. Some days you'll feel it, that quiet, settled feeling of being on your own side. You'll make a decision and trust it. You'll walk into a room and just be there, without needing it to go a certain way. Other days, the old noise comes back. The comparison, the doubt. The voice that says you're not far enough along. That's not failure, that's just the road. The person you're becoming isn't a more confident version of the person who got hurt. It's someone who knows in their bones that they'll be okay no matter what happens next. Real confidence isn't loud. It doesn't need to announce itself. It's the feeling of knowing you're on your own side. You don't need a new morning routine. You don't need to hack your way to confidence or find the perfect productivity system. You need to start trusting yourself again, one small act at a time. Trust your track record. You've survived everything so far. Reclaim your values. Know what you stand for when the noise goes quiet. Practice small reclamations. Keep one promise to yourself today. Confidence isn't thinking you're better than others. It's knowing you'll be okay no matter what happens. If this landed for you, share it with someone who's rebuilding right now. They might need to hear it. And if you want more conversations like this one, hit subscribe. We talk about the real stuff here. There is a lot more on this road. Keep going. The road is yours.